Hello and welcome to my attempt at long form videos. Say hi, Violet. Hi. People have been asking for this and I have a good camera to do this. I just have been afraid of really committing to something that's gonna make me work hard and delve into my brain, but now I'm excited to do it. And I'm working on not looking in the viewfinder and looking in the camera. I'm gonna give myself grace to bumblefuck around a little bit with this in the sense of I'm just gonna take this with me or sometimes my phone and just vlog more and record my thoughts more. And let me know if you like this and let me know if you have anything that you want me to talk about or do, but I am very ready to be filming a lot more and I'm excited to do that and just start to talk to you a lot more about what's inside my brain. So if you have any preferences, let me know. This is a good camera though, isn't it? And also I would love to show you more Violet because we love Violet. Don't we love Violet? Say hi, Violet. Look at her pretty eyes. Hi, baby. Yes. Hello. I'm currently watching Loot on Apple TV, and Maya Rudolph does not get her flowers enough. I love Maya Rudolph. Why don't we talk about Maya Rudolph enough? And people don't talk about it enough. And people don't talk about how that one girl who was like, oh my God, everyone on SNL who's been hired as a woman is not hot. Have you guys ever noticed that women on SNL have never ever been hot? And then she goes to like show them. And the woman who, I made a video about this a little while ago, it's on my page if you want to scroll. The woman who said this was not like a particular, she was fine. She was like in her bed, like chilling. Like she probably can knock out a 10. But it wasn't like she was like stunting on all these hoes to be saying that. And now I'm watching Palm Royale with Kristen Wiig, who is also like an SNL girly, and then Maya Rudolph in Loot, which is also an SNL girly. They're both beautiful and they're female leads and they are killing it and they're hilarious. And like, how dare you? Like, that just actually makes me like really mad. And the fact that she even was like, you know what, I need to tell the internet that funny women are ugly. Why? Look at Kristen. She looks cute. Like, stop. Don't look at my dishes. Don't look at my dishes. Why would you do that? That's so fucking rude. In case you were wondering, most of my life is this. Just this. Just her being like, hey, I need attention. And me being like, yeah, me too. And then we just vibe. And I don't think I told you guys about how one time, not that long ago, honestly, I had pulled tarot cards for like myself and my friends. We were all hanging out, and then we were kind of just like asking each other questions, and like I would pull for someone else and they would pull for me, kind of thing. And I was asking about the situationship I was in. This is the runner guy at the time before the running incident happened. And I had asked the cards, like, am I going to be in a relationship with this person? And I got a card that literally looks like me and Violet. Like, literally, oh, hi, baby. Literally was a picture of a tall girl with, like, dark hair and a little furry white companion looking up at her like that. The way that she looks up at me. And it freaked me out. And it was saying, it was the Hermit, but they had called it something else on that deck, because it was a goddess deck that I got my friend that's like, it's all women, and some of the names are a little bit different, but you know, the concepts are the same, they just take it in a different way. But the card literally was saying, like, you are meant to be alone with your white furry companion and think about the complexities of life. And now my friend Bree always reminds me of that. She's like literally last week, she was like, yo, like, you had to listen to the cards, like, the cards knew, like, because obviously I broke up with that situationship after, that was like a 3-month endeavor. You need to go for a walk, huh? You're a little feisty. Sorry. She's not sorry though. She's like, why are you giving attention to these fucking strangers on the internet? No, she doesn't have a concept of that. She just sees the camera. But yeah, so you can't run away from your fate and your cards sometimes. Like, I really am just meant to be alone right now with this little girl just like thinking about life and talking. And so I'm trying to lean into that and like take pressure off of the idea of romance and dating right now. Like, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not really trying. And I think I need to like not be looking for a relationship for a while. Like, I think I have to actively like ex-nay that thought process for myself to just like thrive and breathe in a happy, positive way. Like, it's just too much work, too much pressure, and I'm over it, genuinely. And it hasn't been fruitful in the long run. And I like hanging out, well, with my friends, obviously, which I always prioritize my friends. Like, even if I have a date, like, if my friends want to hang out, I'll try to get out of the date. Like, that's just me. I'm very much the opposite of, like, you know, there's been that conversation about girls and girls in relationships versus single girls, and it is harder to, I definitely think it's harder to have a friendship with girls who are in relationships. Like, I tried to start one with one girl, like, last year, and she's really cool. I met her at, like, a yoga thing, but she lives with her boyfriend, and she just doesn't have that motivation to, like, have real friends, because she lives with her boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she has a person she can always use as a best friend and a person to do things with, so it's just not the same, like, need for community, I think. And for me, I know that men have been a bad investment, and unfortunately romantic interest is not a really suitable investment or a good gamble, even when I'm trying to date women and they just like, they don't really have a, not just initiative, but like it's so hard to just like lock something down in the back and forth and the communication. In my experience where I live, I know in LA, when I went to LA, it seemed a lot different. Like, girls were like ready to go. And so I think if I lived out there, I'd probably have a girlfriend, but I digress. And I would love a girlfriend still. I'm just saying it's proved to be a bad time investment, the whole dating thing. And it's like, there's other things I could be doing with my time, like reading, and I'm back in the gym because I miss that feeling of power and strength, and I like lifting and getting a big butt. So, and my arms do, I start to look like I can move a car. And I think that's what I need this summer. Like, I would like to look scary hot. That's what I've been talking about with my friends. Like, I want to look scary hot. Like, I have these claws. Like, I could loop. And I want to look like I could really move some metal. And I just want to be a little bit scary in a hot way. Scary spice. I'm like a perfect mix between scary and sporty spice, I think. But also, like, is Scary Spice just Scary Spice because she's black? Like, and like a little wacky, because that is me. And then it's like, what have I been brainwashed to think is scary and hotness? Ugh, white beauty standards, you know what I mean? European. And it's all Victoria Beckham's fault. I'm just kidding. I love Victoria Beckham. And I love that little like commercial she did with David. Like, he was like, tell the truth. Because when she didn't want to say that her dad had a Rolls Royce. You get it? Anyway. Let's discuss this bear versus man in the forest scenario, since there's so many men on TikTok being like, y'all wouldn't survive a bear. Are you guys being serious? And then they're yelling statistics at us like, we know 1 in 6 women might be assaulted, blah, blah, whatever. Why are you guys bringing up statistics? You wouldn't survive a bear. First of all, that's the kind of isms that make me inclined to pick the bear. Like, I don't want to have a conversation during my suffering. Kill me or don't. Kill me or don't. At least the bear knows it's a bear. At least the bear knows it's a bear. It's not like, oh, I can't believe you guys are afraid of bears, even though only 20 of you get killed a year by a bear. That's so crazy that you would be afraid of us. Why are you blah, 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 blah. Or being like, you think you can survive a man? You think you can't survive a man? Bears wouldn't torture us with the Japanese. Yapping. Why? Why would you be upset with us about us being in danger? Like, so many men on the internet yelling, can't believe you would pick a bear over us. That's insufferable. They'll neg you to death. They'll pick a topic about something you believe in, and when you're not interested, they'll start to plot to kill you. Not all men, okay? But some people are psychos. And when you think about encountering a man alone in a forest, you're also like picturing a creepy person. Versus like a bear in a forest, you're picturing bears aren't malicious. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's not gonna be because of their ego. I don't want to die because of someone's ego. And if you're getting killed by a man in a forest, it's because maybe you emasculated him. Maybe you're asking for it. The bear isn't gonna be like, oh, she's asking for it. They'll just be like, they're either gonna kill you or they're not. But people in my comments are saying that the bears in wherever they live just try to break into your house and steal your hot dogs. So that's interesting. But yeah, some of the comments were like, at least if I get killed by a bear, they'll believe me. What the fuck? They were like, at least if a bear hurts me, people won't question if it actually did or if I was asking for it. And that's the principle of the thing, is like the dignity of it all. I think people are missing that. Like, it's the dignity of it all, the suffering of it all. Would you prefer a clean death or like torture and blatant possibility of blatant insufferability? Also, it's like, when it's a bear or a shark, you're like, what are you gonna do? Do you know what I mean? But if it's a man, you're like, fuck the patriarchy. Why is our world like this? You know what I mean? Like, there's different implications. And then it really does tinge your identity in a different way. Like, think about it in the papers. Killed by man versus killed by bear. It's different. And some women, it's just like not the vibe. It's the principle of the thing. I don't know if you've seen the canceled podcast Brittany Broski drama, how Brittany Broski was like telling them that she wouldn't go on Tana's podcast because her followers would basically burn her at the stake. And she said it in kind of like a crazy, like brutally graphic way. And she could have just, like, their point was she could have just not responded or say that she's busy. My thing is, like, people were showing the lore of, like, there was a story that Tana told where a really big influencer didn't want to take a picture with her at a party because she said, oh, my followers would hate me, like this is bad for my brand or something. And people put together that that's Brittany Broski. And Tana said that Brittany also just like will call her up and be like, where's the party at? And she said she'll call her up and be like super drunk and like want to hang out and go out together. But that's just behind the scenes. And then in front of the camera, she's like, oh no, it's bad for my brand. And I just, meanwhile, she like does Theo Von. I just really, that's my pet peeve, is when somebody acts differently behind the scenes than in front of other people. And this has happened to me before. Again, I think I told this story a little bit with the runner guy, who the story is down below. He had called this girl that I was mutuals with in front of me, and she didn't know I was in the room. But he asked her if she would be on my podcast, and she said no, and she said some bad shit about my content. Meanwhile, she literally was sucking my dick in all of my comments, and like literally that week, the most recent like week, she had been like all up in my comments, like giving me so much love on my content. That's my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve. And like, I know that's not the same, but it reminds me of just like lack of integrity and like how you move. And I think there's like a principle of the thing and the way that you should move, and you should interact with your community, other people. Otherwise, of course it's going to come out. Like, you can't expect it to not come out if you're literally trying to keep her on the DL that you're friends. That's mean. I just think that's mean. I think that's a very sad position to be in when you feel used like that. Like, Tana probably feels used when Brittany's calling her and, like, wanting to hang out with her in person. But then when somebody brings out a camera, is like, oh no, that's bad for my brand. That's fucking rude, you guys. Actually think about it. Actually think about that. Like, just don't be her friend. That's what integrity is. Integrity is as within, so without. Integrity is standing on business. Integrity is meaning what you say and saying what you mean. And if you're someone's friend, you act like it. And if you're not, then you don't. And it's like, people are saying, I don't know a lot about Brittany Broski. I think she's funny when I see her, but I don't, like, watch a lot of her stuff, like, really. So I don't know a whole lot. But I have seen people say that she holds women to a much higher standard than she holds men. Specifically in the content creation space. Like, she'll be like, I love Cody Ko and Noelle. And I love Theo Vaughn. But Tana Mojo is where you draw the line. Okay. That's my thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on that. How are you liking this long form? I'm kind of having fun. Are you having fun? I need to get ready for work, so I'm gonna wrap up this video so I can edit it and post it in a timely manner. Let me know if this was good. Let me know your thoughts, anything else you want to see, topics, themes, dog, etc. Live, laugh, love you. Ha, bye.